You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
I'm Charlie Busawan.
And we are going to watch a local movie, as we always do every week. Yes, and it's called Makrifat. Makrifat or Maksirat? Makrifat.
F.
Okay, Makrifat Cinta with an F.
Di dunia.
Okay, so we have watched. What's the movie called again?
Makrifat Cinta.
What does Makrifat mean?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
So the subtitles say.
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause
personally look it up.
I've never heard of that word. Makrifat. Maksirat, I know
It
lah.
was not very wise though.
It
This
was
film.
not. Wait, you want to tell them what the film is about?
Okay, so this film basically is about a millionaire who has made it, who is currently flashbacking on the hardships of his life lah.
He's on a talk show.
basically, Yeah, he's on a talk show with Aznil Nawawi. It's called World TV.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least the show is broadcasted on World TV. So Aznil Nawawi says, I'm sure you must have been through a lot to get here, right? And then bam, flashback. So basically he used to live in a small kampung house in Kampung Baru, because you see KLCC at the back, so you know it's Kampung Baru. He had
And he is a guy. What's his name? He's played by Shamsul
Mahathir.
Mahathir, that's right.
He's
His
played
name
by
is
Shamsul Yusof.
Shamsul Yusof.
He is actually way too handsome for his character. Like, it's not believable at all.
Yeah.
Did you find it believable? Actually, the whole thing was not very believable. Everything was very over lah.
Yeah.
And it was either very over or very under. But okay, so going back to what the film was about. So basically, yeah, it's about him, how he managed to make it. But obviously, because it's a Malay film, it's romanticized lah, a bit, right? So it was kind of like Acha Pursuit of Happiness
Yeah, like the movie Pursuit of
Yeah.
Happiness.
meets I don't know, what would you compare the romantic part of it with? I know what I would compare it with, but you know, it's not a pop culture reference.
No, it's not. So it's okay. Wait. You didn't really explain what the movie is
did.
about. So this
That-
rich
in summary,
guy,
that's it.
whose name Mahathir, he played by Shamsul Yusof. Now he reflects back on his life when he was poor, living in Kampung Baru. He had a wife who's always nagging him. because he
Who's
doesn't-
very over.
Yeah.
She's just mad at everything.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
she's unnecessarily
Unbelievably mad.
Frustrated with everything. Her life, her child.
Yeah, they have a daughter.
Definitely Shamsul Yusof.
They have a daughter because he's poor and she's always asking
She's
money.
just- yeah.
It starts with her complaining about why
Not
she doesn't
being able
have
to
enough
buy
clothes.
new clothes.
Yeah, and
no,
she has
not
to-
being able to buy new
Yeah,
clothes.
and she has to rotate the same old clothes all the time.
And she has to borrow money to buy new clothes.
Yeah.
I know Chinese New Year coming lah, but no need so extreme lah, kak. Gila.
Yeah,
Macam gila over lah.
Yeah,
And then she's yelling at her child. She's like saying, it's like she's going out of her way to just say shitty things to her kid. Like, yeah lah, you and your father also same, tak guna. And stuff like that. Who says that to like a 7 to 9-year-old? It was,
And eventually she leaves him,
yes.
right? There is also a brother-in-law or her brother who is kind of like a gambler and drug addict, right?
And you know how we know this? It just randomly, right, from a montage of Shamsul Yusof he's a watch salesman,
Watch
okay? He
salesman.
starts off as a watch salesman, a magnetic watch salesman.
That will improve your health.
Yes, blood circulation, something, I don't know, it doesn't really say. Anyway, so it cuts from a montage of him running around KL trying to sell this watch to a gambling den.
Yeah, it suddenly cuts to a
Nothing,
gambling den.
like no transition, no whatever, it just cuts to that. And then we see Fleurs in a gambling den, and then a disclaimer at the bottom, merokok membawa mudarat kepada kesihatan.
Which it is, because if you read statistics, only third world countries have high number of smokers. third world countries where the education level is low.
Yep. So, okay, anyway, digressing. So basically, the whole film, in general, right, was kind of like that. It basically will cut from one thing to another, to another, to another, with no continuity whatsoever. It was basically a long, extended, like, montage. Yeah, and the scenes are so disconnected and disjointed. You know that they're supposed to be part of a film, but at the same time, they just feel like clips. Like if I
Like
had
random
cut up,
clips
if
put
I cut
together.
out the film for you, and I put it out on YouTube, right? You would totally believe that they're independently separate.
From different movies.
Yeah, because seriously, there's no continuity at all.
Yeah, it has a very bad script, very bad dialogue. Everything is very not believable.
Really, you didn't like the dialogue?
No, the dialogue was dumb, lah, actually. Yeah, and what are you laughing?
Okay, anyway, so we've told you that he's a watch salesman, right? So he gets on a train, and this is why I say there's no continuity, and it's either very over or very under, because he gets on the train, and he meets his former member best friend dia dari sekolah,
Yes.
who is Nora Danish,
A girl,
pakai
yes.
tudung.
Yeah. Because
She's-
Nora Danish in real life, I think already pakai tudung, right?
Yeah. But anyway, But I mentioned this because his wife is free hair, and I will get to this in a bit why this is important. So she pakai tudung and she's very nice and everything, right? And they're supposed to have like some sort of chemistry, and you know this in your head, but you don't see it on screen.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like they're making jokes to each other. Alah, kata member tapi masa form 4 you pergi macam tu je. And it's literally like he just said it the same way I said it. Like gila tak fulfilling though. Langsung tak ada feeling, langsung tak ada chemistry. And she's like, I pun sedih, okay. Bapa I kena transfer pergi Sabah 4 tahun. Lama.
Which reminds me, everything that happens in this movie has no context.
Yeah, no context. Nothing. There's no context to anything. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So thoughts.
So the wife, it's not any spoiler lah, but the wife leaves him lah, right? Because he doesn't make enough money to pay off her debts.
And he's so desperate to pay off her debt because she's like nagging him so overly, right?
Then he goes to an
that
along.
She goes to an along, who's
And then-
obviously named Tony.
And then you know lah, because of that you see all the obvious
Along
problems that will come on
things,
lah, isn't it? Throughout the story and things
Surprisingly though, they don't throw red paint on his house.
like that. Yeah, they just,
Like these alongs.
they just beat him up lah.
There's actually a scene where when he goes to see the along, right? The along actually, I don't know whether they're trying to humanize alongs or really prove that it's just business or whatever. This Tony fella says, I tak paksa you, okay? I tell you the terms and conditions many times already. You fikir betul-betul already, blah blah blah. And there's a can of red paint sitting on
Really? I didn't notice the red can.
on Tony's table. And I'm like, wow, this Tony damn hardcore, you know. And at one point he comes back and he finds a note on his door, and I'm like, this is it, that's the way the red paint is. It was not. It was his wife telling him, I've chowed by, don't come looking for it.
Yeah, and of course Nora Danish comes in and becomes his new love interest.
Yeah, so Nora
Right.
Danish and him,
And
here's the
his
best part.
daughter's favourite stepmother.
He seems to walk around in the rain a lot. Like this guy needs to. I know that you're like
Down on his
down on
luck
your
and-
luck and everything, but you can go into a $2 shop and buy a damn umbrella, friend.
He can't.
Serious? Yes, he can. He had 12 ringgit in his wallet.
He struggled to even buy gardenia bread for the daughter.
Anyway, bro seems to always get stuck in the rain, and he gets like drenched like all the time.
Yeah, he's the only one
And
that's
then-
drenched. Nobody else gets drenched.
Yeah, and then for some reason, because he's drenched, he also gets his kid drenched.
Because he'll hug the kid
He's
right
picking the
after.
kid up from school and he's hugging her while he's like drenched. Okay, so they get on the train, and who do they meet?
Nora
But
Danish.
And then this kid attaches herself so fast. Like, kid's having a fever, right? And then Nora Danish is like, oh, your mom and your dad will take you to the clinic. And she's like, oh no, my mom left. We wait for her every day, but she left. She said she don't want to come back. And she's like, okay, never mind, I will take you to the clinic.
No, but before that,
I'm
the,
like,
the
okay,
girl,
very nice.
the girl, the young girl, I don't know her name, actually deserves a Best Actor award,
Yeah,
the Best
dude,
Melodramatic
she
Actor.
is the MVP of this whole thing.
Oh,
She was
she
the
can
only
really act
one
like sad,
that was
man.
not over or under, but she was just like,
She can really act
yeah,
sad.
dude.
Really act sad and cry. So she actually goes, Auntie Sophia, who is Nora Danish, boleh tak bawa kita pergi klinik?
No.
Boleh tak masakkan bubur?
Yeah. So she immediately, like, she literally just met this woman, and she's like, will you make me bubo? And look, I will tell you for reals, okay, from like real life experience, no bloody kid is gonna walk you that fast and be like, make me bubo, bitch. That's not how it works, alright? You gotta work to get that kind of dependency, okay? Like, it doesn't just straight up go from, hi, I'm Auntie Sophia, my mother left me, can you make me bubo? Like, no, in no universe is this gonna work, okay? She might say, can you take me to McDonald's to eat bubo? Or I want to eat McDonald's bubo, just putting it out there for you to decide whether you're gonna buy the bubo or not. But it's not gonna go like, come to my house and make me bubo straight off the bat.
Okay, you know what?
No.
Fuck it lah. Or let there be spoilers lah.
No.
This movie is full of expected spoilers. You will know that eventually there's a big big accident where somebody's gonna die and somebody's gonna be really heartbroken. It also takes a lot of Korean dramas, more dramatic Korean dramas. Yeah.
And the lines are quite shit also.
Yeah, and it portrays so much of Malays being so materialistic and wanting to be rich and things like that. It plays so much on that.
It's all about stuff.
Yeah, it's all about materialistic stuff. You know, in the beginning, there's a montage of him trying to sell watches, and then he walks by this like row of cars. Like there's a Bentley, a Rolls Royce, and a Mercedes.
Music. Don't forget the music.
Yeah, and it goes slow mo.
And that's when it cuts to the gambling then. So it was very confusing for me. I was like, is this how you get Mercedes? I don't know.
So it's like success is really based on money.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's also one scene where he's going out with with Nora Danish and his daughter, because she promises to buy. He's very poor, right? But Nora Danish is not because Nora Danish
is like
got work. She has a job
shit together. Her father went to Sabah and made it big or something. I don't know, man.
So she works in a big company. So she goes to FOS.
I have no idea what she does, by the way, because this film has no context.
Yeah,
that's
no
just
context
how
or
it
anything.
is. Just accept everything at face value and just shut up, okay? Because that's what your job is as the viewer.
So they go to FOS because Auntie Sophia or Nora Danish wants to buy the little girl some clothes.
Tapi dia tengah, budget maybe it's like end of the month. So H&M macam, gaji tak masuk lagi. So FOS je lah.
So they're happy. They bought the clothes already. They're walking slowly. They fall. They stumble upon his wife. So there's a big fight scene. Right,
and then someone slaps someone, and then someone slaps someone else, and then in the middle of FOS, right?
He divorces the wife. Aku cerai kau. And then after that,
in the middle of FOS.
Yes.
And I was like, is this how it works? You just divorce people in the middle of FOS?
And then Nora Danish, Auntie Sophia asked him, awak dah fikir betul-betul ke? And you know what he says? Awak kan dah janji. He looks at Nora Danish and says, awak kan dah janji takkan tinggalkan kita?
Bro trapped her ass so hard. Okay, and I'm gonna spoil this for you. Okay, the bro trapped her ass so hard, right? They got into an accident and she gets into a coma, and that is when he decides to tell her,
I want to marry you.
And then bitch just
dies. She tears up in a coma and then dies. Flatlines.
Guys, she checked the fuck out. She was like, I'm not having this shit. Your wife's family is cray, I don't know, but she just checked out. She literally just died on him. That was how much she was just like, no. And everyone thinks this is so like tragic and romantic and dramatic and whatever, right? But herein lies my problem with this, okay? Nora Danish's character, Sophia, she seems like a pretty independent, stable, financially and mentally, okay lah, yeah, she gets emotionally abused a couple of times, whatever, but she seems to me like a pretty self-sustaining kind of woman, right? But her role in this whole film is literally just set up to support our dear friend Shamsul Yusuf and then die. Like literally they used her to build him up to the best of his ability, and then they killed her because you know what, you're a woman, you don't serve a purpose anymore, fuck you, die. And like literally, if I don't tell myself that she literally just checked out because he wanted to marry him, right, I will just be so angry with the whole film. I cannot accept it. I just can't. And so anyway, after she dies, right, that's when he goes on and like has his like M Tower and makes his money and blah blah blah.
He develops
because he's
app.
Developing an app. But Nora Danish is the one that helped him prepare the paperwork and do the research. It was their app, right?
Yeah.
So literally, it's freaking like 2018, and still a woman's role in cinema is just to support the male character. Literally, even though she is obviously better than him, and then just die. What is this, the 50s? What's like, no. Okay.
Not only that,
no.
it's 2018. People don't get rich from developing apps anymore.
Everybody, and on top of that, right, it's so stupid because he like goes to a bank for a loan for an app, and I'm like, bro,
Where's Cradle?
Magic,
MDEC.
bro,
Yeah.
MDEC. Like,
Nobody takes, look,
do your research.
in Malaysia, nobody takes grants to develop ads or go into the IT
people take
industry.
grants. Nobody
Sorry,
takes
nobody takes
loans.
bank loans.
Yeah, everybody gets a
in
grant,
Malaysia,
yo.
everybody are serial grant
Get
applicants. Okay, they just
on that
survive
Cradle
on grants.
shit.
Okay,
So
that's what Malaysian app developers do.
You see, Nora
Okay?
did, if she had lived, Nora did should have told you that. Okay, she should have told you to get your
They
ass.
just
on
take
this
free
grant
money
shit.
and that's it. Okay.
Yeah. So that was my problem number one, or collectively. Problem number two was the fact that 2018 Malay film, and still we are demonizing the free-head girl over the covered tudung chick, because apparently tudung chicks can never do any wrong lah. Okay. So Nora Danish is as
In
we've
the
told
tudung.
you, a tudung chick in this film,
And his wife, his
is
evil
a
wife
free-head
is a
girl.
free-head
His evil
girl.
wife, his evil, very very much over wife is a free-head girl, and I'm just like, why? Why are we still playing on this narrative that free-head girls are horrible people? Like, even in TV dramas today, right, on TV3 or whatever,
The
free-head
bad girl
girls,
will always be the one without any tudung, is it?
and then rambut colour-colour.
Ah.
So like, what are you guys trying to say? What are you guys trying to say? Break the stereotype a bit, can or not? Like, seriously, it doesn't work that way anymore, okay? Malay cinema needs to step the hell up and like correct these wrongs, because seriously, they're using narratives from the 50s and they're using like a really, really outdated stereotype, okay, and we're tired of it. Nobody's buying it anymore, okay, like legit no one. I don't know who is going in there and crying for this film, but if you are, I'm evidently not friends with you because you dumb. You need to check out, much like Nora Danish in this film. Because, you know, women deserve better. Free head, tudung or otherwise. We're not supposed to be used as bloody subplots and supporting characters and then just like die. Okay? Y'all, this is not cool anymore.
It's a very lousy movie lah. It's a bad movie. It's trying to play on how they think that the Malay audience likes to watch melodramatic stories. But it's not believable and
It was either too over or
Yeah.
too under,
Yeah.
not hitting it at all. And then whenever they thought that like, oh shit, we cannot like save this anymore because we're actually horrible. What did they do? What did they do? They put in all these weird like
camera effects and all that.
effects.
Yeah, damn stupid camera transitions and
Myvi one,
effects.
the Myvi
Yeah,
one.
there's this one scene where he and his daughter running away from the Along people, and they hide behind a car. Suddenly the camera turns, and then goes through different cars. Three
Different
cars.
Myvis, not just cars.
Different
3 different Myvis
to get to them.
To get to them.
Like one of those panic room shots, you know. You know,
So Makrifat Cinta gave us no Makrifat.
we hated it lah.
Yeah, from
Don't go
everything.
watch it lah.
Everything.
But you know what,
Just
we were
don't-
in the
you can't
cinema.
watch it anyway because it's like so not accessible.
No, it's
Thank
it's only
God.
at a few cinemas.
Thank God it's not
Yeah.
accessible. Nobody should have to go through this film.
And we were in the theater. I think only another 2 more people were behind us. That's it. You know,
Yep.
it's a lousy movie. I would say don't go watch it.
Nope.
Yeah, don't go watch it. It's directed by this guy named Kamal G.
And produced by Lady G.
Yeah, I don't know why Shamsul Yusof, who usually acts for his own movies and his brother's movies and his father's movies, is acting in this movie.
So Shamsul Yusof, the small kid, and all the women in the industry basically deserve better than Makrifat Cinta. Everybody needs to get their ass some Makrifat and like do better.
I think-
Seriously, y'all, do better.
I think that's the only good thing about this movie. I expanded my Malay vocabulary.
Yeah,
Now
we
I
know
know what
what
Makrifat
Makrifat
is.
Yay!
So-
Dewan Bahasa Pustaka, nothing on you.
I know, right? Okay, so don't go watch this movie.
Yep,
Lousy movie.
just don't.
So that's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've enjoyed this review, our video, please comment, give suggestions, have questions to ask.
If you actually know what Makrifat means and we're wrong, please correct us.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
great
yeah,
too,
yeah.
because we're not going to Google this
Yeah. So
ever.
yeah. So follow us on all our social media platforms at fatbidin or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shal A. Bustawan.